2. What's up, everybody? It's Kaiser Axel bringing you another match in our Maverick Monotype tournament. Today we have a match between Glenn and Giant, Rock versus Water. Since Glenn is participating, we will have a guest star, Nino. Hello.
Hello, I'm back again.
He's back.
I am honored.
He will pretty much be my co-host whenever Glenn is playing a match or whenever I have somebody available. So, but for now we have Nino. Nino,
I'll try to do my best.
Yeah, dude, you have the energy. I love the energy. Nino, what are your thoughts of this match?
Well, I mean, just from the outset, right, you can see that obviously Glenn has a bit of a type advantage, but I like that Diancie. You know, I hope that he brings that when he fights against me. That Glamora, I always hate that Glamora because, you know, I'm a fairy. That Garnacle, though, we've talked about that a lot. If it's how, you know, we kind of discussed about, that could definitely be a problem.
That definitely could be a problem. Garganacl is known to have that move Salt Cure, which does more damage against water and steel types. I definitely have to look out for that when I do challenge Giant.
Absolutely.
But looking at their teams, it looks like Giant is going fully offensive while Glenn has a little bit of bulk, so we'll see what could possibly happen. When we're looking at the leads, I'm seeing that Politoed hands off. It's either going to be the Politoed or it's going to be that Quagsire coming out for Glenn.
Absolutely.
Yes. Either to set up the rain or to set up the rocks. For Giant's team, maybe he might want to start fast and hard, so he might bring out that Lichen Rock. It could be Choice Banded, like we saw in the other match.
Our rock is always good.
Or he might even bring in the Glamoras, but we'll see what happens. So let's hop into this battle. Ugh.
Your leg. Let's see. Oh, the Palafin comes out.
Glenn starts off with Palafin and versus Diancie. Okay, so this is looking like a good. This is a good matchup right now because this Diancie should be slower, I believe, than the Palafin because its ability has not activated yet.
Yep. Oh, and the flip turn right away. I personally like to use my Diancie to go for like setups. Let's see how Giant's gonna use it.
Surprisingly, it took the flip turn very well, but in comes the rain, just like we wanted.
Oh, Trick Room!
Trick Room! Yes! The Trick Room is going to hinder that Barraskewda and that Ludicolo. This is actually some tech. Giant is proving to be the dark horse. Oh, man.
I mean, again, I would like to have seen some Hazard first, but hey, that Trick Room, we did talk about that Trick Room too. I love it. I love it a lot.
I think something else that could possibly surprise us if Giant decides to have this Weather War.
Absolutely. Could we see a Sandstar, maybe?
Yes, because if he does
and
do a Weather War...
Garganacl! Maybe that might have been the bet.
That is...
That
was definitely a bad move. But I think even with the recover and the... I think this should do at least... Okay, oh, wow, it lived it. Oh, he did Whirlpool this time. I think if Glenn had gone for the Weather Ball again, he probably could have picked up the KO.
He probably could have.
But now...
It would have been better as water, but... Oh, there's a Salt Cure.
There's Salt Cure, and there's the...
Oh, maybe?
Yep,
oh,
see,
no.
There it is, and there is the death. But that Salt Cure is still going to linger as long as this Politoed is in. And unfortunately for Giant, he's burning his Trick Room turns. Hopefully that Diancie did have the Room Extender ability.
Oh, the Glamora is kind of a bit fast on that fast, unless he dropped that speed. But let's see how this goes. Did he stay with the Toxic Debris, though, is another question.
Yes, if it is Toxic Debris, it will not trigger off this Politoed, as Politoads are known to have more of the special moveset, and, of course, it needs that physical hit.
Yeah, well, I feel like he would, though, because he is not much steel. He could have brang your boy again, but...
True. But if I were Glenn, I would have switched out just so I can get get rid of that Salt Cure. Actually, this is... I think a light screen would have been better just because water type moves are more specially offensive rather than physically. But I mean, we'll see what Giant has in store for us. Maybe he was fearing maybe like some sort of ground type move or something. Who knows?
Absolutely. I feel like maybe at this point though, if the Glamora gets knocked, he should maybe just stick to going out with like Lichen Rock or that Hisuian Arcanine. Because, you know, I'm thinking maybe he might try and start the Trick Room again.
That is very true.
Although, I feel like maybe the Trick Room was really just meant for that Garganacl, honestly. There's the Spike, still.
Spikes versus Giga Drain. Giga Drain not going to do too much damage. Luckily, Glamora is kind of specially tanky, so that's working out for it. I do think if that, like you said, that Lichen Rock does come in, I believe it can just... I think it Knowing how
Ooh.
Giant plays, I think it might be Choice Banded. But in comes the Arcanine. There's no Intimidate, so that should mean this is a Rocket. I think the obvious play right here is that the Arcanine goes for a Wild Charge, in which case, Glenn's best opportunity would be to switch into that Quagsire. Glenn is smart. He has the Quagsire for the... Yeah, and there's the Quagsire.
And that's that Wild Charge.
A total read. Let's go. Get it. And there's the Leech Seed damage. Quagsire returns back up to full HP even after taking some spike damage.
The Mora's back out as you expect. Oh, that Surf though.
The Surf.
Not looking too great.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Giant burned his Terra too early. Too late. Honestly, I think he probably should have just not Terra the Garganacl. I think he was hoping he could possibly do some crazy shenanigans like he did in his previous match, but unfortunately, it took way too much before it Terra'd.
So you're gonna see this. Are we gonna see that? Let's see. It is priority.
And then, no, I don't think we'll be seeing a priority move since it is already faster.
Trailblaze.
Trailblaze.
Nice hit though.
That is
but
fun.
It's kind of.
It lived. It
Wow!
Then again, Quagsire isn't that especially offensive. It's more on the
like
tanky side.
Lycanroc's defenses isn't that great either, so
that's surprising. But it looks like this Lycanroc is going to be at +2 speed no matter what, even if the Ludi does come in.
Which it did. I mean, I kind of did feel that. Oh, I mean, there's a bit of damage there. But it's the Leech Seed.
No, it was Rocky Helmet.
Rocky Helmet.
This is a Rocky Helmet Ludicolo. What is this set? What is Glenn cooking?
I gotta say though, I feel like Glenn has like the perfect exposure. Maybe not at this point, but you know that'd be funny, right? Fake out though.
Okay.
Yeah, I see.
Get some residual damage, breaking any sturdies. That's actually really important if this does have sturdy. But I believe that Ludicolo should be faster than this Alolan Golem, so it could possibly KO. Unfortunately, like I want to bring this up again, but that Terra that he blew so too. What's the word? Too recklessly.
Get you too early, what?
Yeah, it was too reckless because his Garganacl was already low. He should have saved his Terra for something else. But I don't know. This might act. From looking at this could be a 6-0, maybe even 5-0.
Oh, that Giga Drain.
That's Giga Drain.
Volt Switch.
What's coming?
It was at the end, so at least something's coming in. You know, at least not gonna get cracked.
I want to say maybe the Arcanine comes in.
All I gotta say is that Glenn is reading, like we said earlier, Glenn is reading this very well.
He is. Oh, it's the Ansi that comes in. Possibly gonna set up another Trick Room, but I don't think that's going to help Glenn out. Help Giant out ultimately. Meteor Beam. Hello.
It has the power though.
Oh my god, it KO'd. Oh god, well, that's actually really good.
Oh, that was. I don't normally run. I mean, because I normally don't run my Deontay as offensive, but I can see it. Oh,
Zero T Hero, Palafin. This isn't gonna be good for Giant.
I think this might spell the end, honestly.
Yeah, because once it goes into its hero form, that Palafin will have increased stats.
Yes!
Oh, it lived. Moonblast coming out.
But
no.
Oh, and the Leech Seed got it down. Oh, this is not
I think Giant can take this out if he does bring in that Arcanine, and here it is.
He does.
So it might be Choice Band. Hopefully it's Choice Scarf,
although I feel like Glenn might read the switch out.
We'll see what happens. I think actually any type of attack, even like a rock, a head smash, it does get access to a head smash, so it could do stuff.
What? Oh, Drain Punch!
And Palafin will just clean up because I don't think that Alolan Golem will be able to do anything. Arcanine going down. So it looks like this might be a GG, a clean 5-0 for Glenn. Gotta say, Terra Fighting. That's actually really interesting on the Palafin. But it does make sense because Palafin, like we stated, does get those increased stats as soon as it goes into its Paladin mode. And the Terra Fighting just increases its Drain Punch, which means more HP going back to it. These were some interesting plays, definitely. Let's just hit the replay button, that way we can go through it again. But let's see where our players are right now. They're back in call. No, they are still deafened. The Yancy Trick Room was actually really nice. I did like that.
It was very good. Yeah. Although, at least for me, I feel like because he did bring the Hisuian Arcanine and the Lycanroc, which is faster, it would have benefited more if he just stuck with some slower mons.
That is very true. Actually, I actually like the Lycan Rock. I feel like maybe he could have done a little bit more offensive pressure. You know, like the Trailblaze was nice, but unfortunately,
It was absolutely.
it wasn't enough. I don't know if that was banded or scarf damage, but having that Lycan Rock was actually really. I thought it was fine in my opinion, just in case.
I mean, I do
does
like
go
the
down.
Lycan Rock, absolutely. I mean, you also want to have it, but I feel like maybe again, this is my bias again, because you know Fairy, DNC, but maybe it could have had like a light screen as well, seeing it so much to be special. I mean, obviously, you know, the Paladin at the end, but there's a lot of, you know, special attacks going off, and maybe set up the trick room and then a light screen would have been nice.
Yeah, that is very true. I think the Lowland Golem probably could have taken some hits if it's Assault Vested, because as we saw, it didn't really go down until that Paladin mold came out.
I wonder what that Garganacle. I mean, it had leftovers, didn't it?
It had levtovers. I think Giant was trying to go
AV
for
would
a
have been
bulky
nice.
set, but he recklessly
Although
blew
it's the
his
AV.
Terra. No, it's not
Yeah, and
AV
although
because it
I
had
meant, like, if
recover.
it would have been, yeah, I know that's why I feel like that's the only thing it wouldn't have had to recover.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, that bulk though would have been nice, especially for all those, again, going back to special attacks, right, coming back out.
Oh yeah. I think if Giant had played a Weather Ward against him, because for those of you unaware, if you're a rock type, when there's Sandstorm out, you get an increased boost to your special defense of 1.5. But
that would have been nice.
That would have helped him out
the
so
trick
much.
room with the Sandstorm.
Yeah, because looking at Glenn's team, his physical offensive pressure would only come from the Palafin and the Barraskewda. Everything else would be more of the special side.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but let's see if our players will join us. Hello, players. Why are you not joining us?
Come back!
Come back, you bastards. Glenn!
Come back!
Hey, there you guys are. Gotta say, good job on the match. It was very interesting. We're breaking it down for you guys over again.
Oh, nice.
Gotta say, Glenn, love the Palafin. It's so
Yes, I finally got to bring it into a match.
Yes, it's
And it was well. Sorry, good.
it was. If no, go ahead, Nino, go.
It was well played, man. Like we were saying, it was that. And I mean, not to say like anything, but I feel like that was like, what are you? That was awesome, bro. Like that was well read, well played, good team. I mean, again, nothing against that. Look, so Giant for us, like what I was saying, I loved that trick room, bro. I loved it. That was.
Yeah, the trick room surprised me too.
The trick room was a nice thing, although I feel like maybe you could have had more presence with it. Maybe if you brought in the instead of the. Maybe you could have brought in the Lowland Golem. Maybe that could have helped you out while you were in Trick Room. The Terra though on your Garganacle, I feel like that was too reckless, and maybe you probably should have held on to that for one of your other mods because Garganacle was already low.
At the very, I feel like maybe instead of Fairy, Water would have been a better, better fit. But I, I'm going again. Like there was that Leech Seed though too, right? So
yeah, the Leech Seed was there too.
It's all, this is all speculation, and this is all just from our brains. But
yeah, but we were excited to see the Trick Room because
I loved it.
Because I would probably I wouldn't even think that about using the the DNC Trick Room. I was kind of hoping that you'd probably bring like Tyranitar or something like that. That way you can get the Weather Roar going, because you do know about the boost that rock types get when Sandstorm is happening, right?
Yeah,
it is true.
Yeah, so if you had done that, it could have been a Weather War, and then because you get that special defense boost, rock types are naturally physically bulky, you can live more hits, and then that could get you in a better position. But Trailblaze on the that was not something we were expecting. That and the Rocky Helmet Ludicolo.
Glenn Master, again, like nothing against Al, but like, well read, my guy.
That was
from start to finish.
That was amazing.
The Rocky Helmet was I was kind of 50-50 on it when I was first building the team, because I was like, I'm gonna make this one tanky, but do I want it annoying tanky or like? I mean, maybe that's wrong. Do I want it offensive tanky or do I want it sustainy tanky? And I was like, you know what? I have leftovers on the other mod. Let me try put on a Rocky Helmet, see how this one goes. And did get a kill off of it, so that was something.
Yeah, I got it. So we're happy about that. We love seeing stuff like that. It was very entertaining. God damn it.
Very much so.
But thank you guys for this awesome match. Anything you guys want to say to each other?
Yeah, you did pull off like some surprising picks, like they said earlier, the trick room, the Antsy. I saw that and I was like, man, I gotta find a way to wait this out because I think like more than half my roster would be like going second here.
Yeah,
and then like and then the Trailblaze on the Lycan Rock. I was thinking I was almost expecting some kind of Excel Rock thing or something, but not the Trailblaze. I was like, oh. Damn, the Trailblaze came in. I was like, oh my god.
Yes. Giant, was there anything that you weren't expecting Glenn to like bring to this match after seeing what happened?
Honestly, when I saw he didn't have Urshifu, I was like, what? Why didn't you bring Urshifu? Because that would have I felt that would have done me in for all my Stardimon, but then I saw the Quagsire and the Ludicolo, like, what are these guys doing here?
Perfect.
And then I see why they're here. They're water's own bulky guys. And
Yes. Of course, Glenn naturally brought that Quagsire for that electric immunity because there are some of your rock types, Alolan Golem and Arcanine, who do have access to that electric attack, which will
see
hurt.
the Volt Switch, right?
Yep.
And then I kind of was also expecting an Iron Thorns to come in just in case as well. So, yeah.
That's some ideas for Giant for next time. I don't know if I feel like we did touch on it, but I really wanted to see like Iron Boulders.
I kind of wanted to see an explosion too, honestly.
I was like, but then at that point, already it was like down 3, but I was like, it'd be, kind of funny.
Would he? Maybe if I stay in and then I try something, and then you ended up volt switching. So I was like, oh dang, he volt switched, dang. I was hoping to see an explosion.
One of the other ideas I had was to bring in Probopass as a special guy, but I figured, no way, he's not gonna last that long of this battle.
I mean, that's a good idea for the future because again, like a lot of your rocks are like physical attacks, right?
Physically bulky.
That's one of the downsides to Rock I know is I do not have a very large move pool.
I mean, the Glamora was a good move.
Glamora was a nice set. Unfortunately, against water types, as we said, water types are more of the specially offensive versions, so your Glamora not gonna see much of its toxic debris.
I would like to see it against me, but at the same time, if you do it, I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna Oko it because I hate that bastard. I'm probably gonna see it next.
But gotta say, guys, thank you for such a great battle, and we hope to see more in the future. Giant, keep bringing those weird ass sets. We love them, and Glenn, hopefully you continue this this run of wins.
Hey, 2-0 now. I mean, on a 2-win streak. I mean,
yeah, that's something.
Next is our bug type gym leader, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting too.
That'll be an interesting match for sure. But anyways, stay tuned for week 4 matches next week, and thank you, gamers. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.